Hey there! Today I'm showing you how I created this fun trifold card that closes similar to a matchbook. It features the brand new dies from my favorite things called the Pop-Up Birthday Die-Namics. Besides the Pop-Up Birthday Die-Namics, I also use the Celebrate Big stamp set as well as the roses all over background, all from my favorite things. I started with a 4 1/4 inch by 11 inch piece of smooth white cardstock, and I scored it at 3 1/2 inches and 8 1/8 inches. I used my Teflon bone folder to perfect both of the creases. I closed the card so that the shortest end of the card was on top, and then I used a pencil to draw a line at the bottom of the top fold edge. I placed the happy die from the Pop-Up Birthday Die-Namics set with the bottom edge of the die aligned with the pencil line. I used some Post-it tape to hold it in place, and then I ran it through my die cutting machine off camera. After die cutting, I carefully removed the Post-it tape and then the die. I then erased the pencil line. Next, I placed some wide Post-it tape on the back of the card so that my overstamping wouldn't mess up the back of the card. I'm using my MFT tool for the stamping because I love that it has the ability to stamp and restamp in order to get a perfect impression every single time. You'll see here that I stamped and restamped the roses all over background a couple of times in order to get a perfect impression. In my opinion, this is the best feature of the MFT tool. I can't tell you how many times I've thrown a project away because I didn't get a good first impression and couldn't line up the stamp again to restamp it. The MFT now makes it possible to stamp and restamp, and that makes it my new favorite tool. Once I get a good stamped impression of the background, I remove the Post-it tape. I reposition the card inside the MFT to stamp the sentiment below the die-cut word. I'm using a plastic quilting grid to help with the alignment of the sentiment, and then I remove it once the stamps have adhered to the MFT door. I did a bit of stamp surgery on a couple of the stamps from the Celebrate Big stamp set to make the perfect sentiment for this project. I'm inking up the sentiment with black licorice hybrid ink, and once again, the MFT tool comes to my rescue. Stamp and restamp perfection. Now you can see that the background portion of the trifold slides perfectly behind the popped out letters, like butter. I really wanted the letters to pop even more against that beautiful rose background, so I decided to add some yummy glitter letters. I found a scrap of fuchsia glitter paper, added some double-sided adhesive tape to the back of the cardstock, and then ran the happy die through my die cutting machine again. Once I removed the die, I trimmed off the bottom of the scrap up to the die cutting. I removed each letter with my tweezers and adhered them to their corresponding letters on the card panel. You can see that the double-sided adhesive is really sticky. This is where my patience are tested for sure, but ultimately I'm successful in removing and adhering each letter in its place. Thanks for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it and will give this tri-fold card using the pop-up birthday Die-Namics a try. It's a super fun technique.